So let's go over a few things about this potential September 19th event date. It's the 262nd day of the year, which was Brock Purdy's Mr. Irrelevant jersey, who's now a famous quarterback in the fake NFL. Um, the 262nd prime number is 1667, which is my number times the year. Excuse me, my number is 82362 because my birthday is 7 times 6 times 1961. So my number is 82362 times the year 2025. It begins with 1667, followed by that 83 for murder and one of the four base ciphers. So it's very interesting. Another item is Devil's Advocate 2, 919, and 921. By the way, the Devil's Advocate, it's 144 minutes for the church, and that's October 17, which is 117, or Revelation 11:7, the beast rising from the pit. And notice the year 1997, that is the date 199, which is most countries write the date 199, followed by the 7 number for cleansing, book of Revelation. It's covered with it. It actually comes to, in days, Devil's Advocate, to our event day, 121 Antichrist, or 10201 for event 201. So that's to the rising day, when Satan possesses the body through the ritual on the third day. 121 Antichrist amount of days. 1, 0, 2, 0, 1. They don't count zeros. God doesn't count zeros. So that's interesting. Also, the Devil's Advocate, the 19:9. Yeah. So okay. So when you look at it to the event day, the date is in the amount of days, 10,019 days. So the date is actually written in to the days of the event of that release date. So the AI really set that up nicely. All right, let's go over some other items that I've got prepped for you on this. So the Matrix, March 31st, 1999, 9669 days, it's a palindrome. 138-1 in the weeks. 138 is Donald Trump and Simple Gematria. And the film The Hours, to our event date, we look at The Hours. Very famous movie, The Hours. Nicole Kidman, Meryl Streep, highly acclaimed Oscar. There's the 19.9 in the hours. 199, 296 hours. That's the amount of hours of the release date to our event date. 86 is also in the weeks. 86 means to eliminate. That's a big deal. When you look at the film Tenet, nothing really stuck out at me. I will tell you this. My first victory as a head football coach was on this date in the year 2003. It's 8036 days, which is the number on Groundhog Day, 2009. Let's show you. 2 times 2 times 2, 009, 8036. It was a big event in my life, so I know that number well. That's how many days it was. It's 22 years exactly, 264 months exactly. My first victory as a head football coach. Did we reach a victory with the Lord giving us the date? It's also 1148 weeks, or 1148 weeks. 148 is Donald J. Trump in simple gematria. Like 138 is Donald Trump in simple gematria. J counts 10 points, of course. So that's a big deal. By the way, the matrix URL begins with 13.3. Revelation 13.3, the first time deadly wound is mentioned. All right, so let's keep going. Groundhog Day, which that was the date I was talking about. That was a big date in my life. February 2nd, 2009. The film Groundhog Day, released on February 4th and February 12th. February 12th, the wide release. The date is written in the days. 1909 days. So you have your 19th day of the 9th month. 7 months, 9 days. 79 is murder. And by the way, that is to the rising day. If you run it to the event day, it's 1907 days. 7 is what September means. So either way, it's giving you the date. Very cryptic by the AI right there. And it is, of course, a solar eclipse. At 7:53 p.m. Well, 7:53 is what's on the clocks in Back to the Future. So that's sort of a big deal, isn't it? 1953. I'm sorry. New moon solar eclipse 1953. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No reason to say I'm sorry. I thought I made a goof on something. The Alec Baldwin event of October 21st, 2021. 3 years, 11 months even. 311 coded. Heavily coded. That's a big deal. This is One World Trade Tower. One World Trade Tower's opening. Not really anything there with One World Trade Tower. My bad. Actually, One World Trade Tower, it is a pretty good hit. It's 10 years, 10 months, 18 days. But it's 130 months, 18 days for 1318 coded. Revelation 13:18 is the 666 Bible verse. That's to the rising day. If you run it to the event day on the 19th, 10 years, 10 months, 16 days, 116 is a backwards upside down 911. There we go. What else? First Q drop, 288 3 days. Remember, 83 is murder, one of the 4 base ciphers. And there's your 88. So 288 means Trump, fused with murder. The first Q drop to the murder date. If you look at the rising date, it's 2885. Address for One World Trade Tower is 285. So it's 2885. So you see what they did there. Very slick. Very slick. I haven't done any research on that yet. Let's look at some other items. Personal cipher. So no time to die to the rising day. 13 years, 11 months, 13 days. It's a palindrome of 3, 1, 1, 1, 3. Y'all already know the deal there. That's 311, 313 coded. Both your dates in 2020. By the way, I have a mathematical anomaly that I've shown y'all many times before. Anybody born with the combination of 28 and 1973, like October 28th, 1973, or January 28th, 1973, or July 7th, any of those are 28 combinations. So, well, let's just say 10 times 28 times 1973, their number is 55244. Multiply that number times my number, 82362. The combination begins with 45, one of his numbers, 45th president, followed by 500, which is Antichrist in Strong's Concordance. And I've shown you many times the mathematical anomaly of the rotating numbers. For instance, 2005, 2006, we finished a 16-year rotation of 626, 126 right dead center in the middle, and then 16 years of 627, 127 rotation. This goes on to infinity of the rotating numbers. If you look at our year of 2020, their big ritual year, our combined number begins with 919, the event date. So does 2021, part 2 of their ritual of all that went on. Here in 2025, the rising date, 921, is the first 3 digits. Same with tomorrow, next year. So that's pretty fascinating. No time to die, 1,444 days. I don't think I finished that part up with y'all. Make sure volume's still good, yeah. The Donnie Darko date, 11 months, 17 days. October 2nd, 1988. Remember, October 2nd comes to Donald Trump and Sybil Gematria. Perfect match. So it's always 11 months, 17 days, no matter what the year. But the Donnie Darko date on the days begins with 135. The 135th prime number is 761, which are the total verses of Daniel Revelation combined. Both numbers coded in the Dark Knight license tags, 2 minutes apart in the movie. The total solar eclipse of 2021 to our event date, if you include both dates, you get 1386 days. 138 is Donald Trump and Sybil Gematria. 86 means to eliminate. 198 is in the weeks and on the rising day. 98th verse is White Horse crowning verse, Revelation 6:2. But remember, it was on page 1386 in my dad's old King James, where I documented with y'all, showing you the verse and the page number of the Zechariah 11:17 Bible verse. If you need it, just say so in the comments and I'll get it to you. A video of me proving that. The total lunar of 2022 to the event day is 1,222 days. Which his name comes to 222 a lot. (113) 4 days. There's your 113 coded again on the death and rising day from 8/12/2022, which was the midpoint of 2 total lunars, 2 total solar eclipses, and the day Sirius, the dog star, rose. 17,138 days. Oh, it's when I scored my touchdown to the rising day. Just curious, since another personal cipher was football related. So when they had the Super Bowl to the event day, 222 days. And remember, his name comes to 222 in various base ciphers. But that's the Super Bowl when they had the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Chiefs' colors are fire, red and yellow, and the Eagles represent the Phoenix, of course. 7 months, 10 days. 710 is Eve in the Hebrew gematria, but it's 222 days. Adam's rib Bible verse. Genesis 2:22. Total lunar in 2022 on November 8th to the rising day gives you your 148, which is Donald J. Trump in the civil gematria, 1,048 days. Drop the 0, 148 coded. Total solar eclipse, which is Lily and I peg goat, 883 days to the 86ing day. 83 is murder and one of the 4 base ciphers. In your gematria, when you key in 919, which is our date, in the Jewish gematria, the first thing that pops up is Stormy Daniels, followed by Hawk at 4042 or 4042 searches. 404, remember, is the amount of verses in Revelation. But why Hawk? Why did the AI pump Hawk up so much? And how it comes to 919? Because in MASH, Hawkeye was his name. And this is all about the right eye wound. Stormy Daniels, Book of Daniel, the coming storm. That all comes to 919. What was this here? Oh, the film Amsterdam? No. Hang on just a quick second. All right, so they have this Palooza, Russell Palooza, on the day after the event. WWE, of course, Russell Palooza. It's at the address of 125, and the zip code is 46204. We know 602 is Revelation in Strong's Concordance. And if we do 125 times 46204, nothing big there. But let's look at this Russell Palooza in Gematria. You have the 88 in the Jewish Hebrew Gematria, where we also get the 666 is his name. And you have 88 in the simple Gematria. That's a big deal. John Kennedy Jr. is a hit or a match. Jesus of Nazareth, Judgment is Coming, the Holy Son of God, Francis Scott Key, getting a lot of different matches. President Kennedy, 2 olive trees, which are the 2 witnesses in the book of Revelation. And his event day with the right ear to the event date to the right eye would be 433 days. 14 months, 6 days. That's his birthday. Again, 14 months, 6 days. His birthday is 6/14. Most countries write it 14/6. It's 14 months, 6 days. 14/6 coded. Anyway, that's it for this prep. We're not done yet. The best part for me is how, and Donnie gets up out of bed and creates the lunar eclipse as his head blocks the light or the lamp. Lunar eclipse first, followed by him waking up on the golf course the following morning, and Patrick Swayze performs the solar eclipse. as he walks up while Donnie's laying on the golf green. And he walks up with his head and blocks the sun. So you have lunar eclipse followed by solar eclipse. We have a total lunar eclipse on 9/7. And then you have the total, I mean, not total solar, but just the partial solar. You have the solar eclipse on September 21st. Which eclipse made the smile under China? Solar eclipse, smiley face under China. Solar eclipse, smiley face. Hang on, let me see if I can find that for you. By the way, we know all the presidents represent the Antichrist, especially George Washington, as he was a god, as the apotheosis up on top of the Capitol on the inside dome. George Washington's farewell address was September 19th, 1796. September 19th, coded for farewell. That's a big deal. Don't forget the first video we showed you 100% is what September 19th comes to, and we showed you in the first video of this playlist how Dana White is always saying that. And let's get into some other items it's a match with. It's a match with Happy Valentine's Day. That's a big deal. Baron William Trump. What is Donald Trump's youngest son's full name? That's two R's. That's what I thought. It's the AI trying to mess with us there. Does come to the New England Patriots, which is why they won so many Super Bowls in their fake world of fake football. And let's see what else we get. It's pretty much it for now. I might delve deeper later. And don't forget, September 21st is 2007, and 207 is Donald Trump. Added up in simple gematria, 119 Donald plus 88 Trump is 207, and it's 207. And when we look at the matches, what was fascinating was that it comes to all spelled out 88 miles per hour. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, or when this baby hits September 21st, that'll be the beginning of World War III, or on the third day, his rising. That's a big deal, isn't it? The Stormy Daniels match was fascinating also. And that's pretty much it, looks like. Might delve deeper later. All right, now we're done. Love you.